All right. We have a ready from both players. Let's go ahead and get them counted down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris!
What an event, Sharky. This has met and exceeded all my expectations.
Yeah, and once again, just like Waco, we have another stacked top 4. And to start things off, Myles, of course, made it to the finals at Waco up against Andy. And at Waco, he had to go up against Blue Scooty. Now he's having to go up against another young gun, Alex T. And then he played the winner of, if Myles were to make it out of this round, he plays the winner of Fractal and Scooty, the world champ versus the Game Crash, the first Game Crasher to be specific.
Yeah, the Game Crasher Bowl, but long way to go before that match. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, starting off so far, Myles here having to do some burning. And so far, clean play for Myles in the lead by a Tetris.
Kind of interesting. They're both ran into that little tiny burn situation at the same point. It's almost like they're thinking the same and dealing with the non-helpful pieces at the same time.
Yeah, that's what happens whenever you run into when we have same pieces for these players. You're going to find that when rougher sequences happen, both of these players are going to generally encounter the same kind of issue. But the player who's been experiencing less issues than the other right now is Myles, currently a Tetris and a half lead. As both players going to add a Tetris to their total, 120,000 now, 84,000. Massive long bar dependency for Alex T.
Fills it in. And knocks down a Tetris. 167, 108.
Still another long bar dependency over here for Alex T. Does get it filled. Of course, now it is best of 5, so it's going to be a little bit more focus required from players. They don't have to win 2 matches. Now they have to win 3 games.
Now endurance is the key. It's no longer just play your best in a 10-minute sprint. Now this could go 40, 50, even to an hour.
Yeah, especially like what we saw in Waco where we had 2 deciders in the semifinals.
Man.
But as of right now, things are looking pretty calm for both players. 182,000 for Alex T, 258 for Myles.
Battle of the Rollers. I'm sure these two have a history.
Yeah, especially at least these two, in the Gauntlet event, they're both team captains, so they face each other plenty of times. And the last match that they had in Gauntlet in particular, both of them were just throwing 1.6s at each other. So if this could be anything like that here on the live stage at Genesis, we can be seeing some crazy high scores, some crazy play on 29, especially when you consider Alex T. And it's a pattern that you see a lot in younger players where they have more volatility with their stacks, but they go for the most crazy setups because they know that they can.
They have to, yeah, and that's the new meta. Just push it. And that lead is shrunk back to 1 Tetris.
Exactly. 323 for Myles, 280 for Alex T. Added Tetris goes up to 302.
Both players' situations, it's not so much it's endangering their game, but it's how efficiently can they solve their problem. And Alex is the first one out, knocks down a Tetris, and that lead is gone, 329, 327.
Yeah, that's at the highest level, especially when we talk about level 18 starts. It's not so much a matter of if they can survive. It's about how efficient they can get out of situations that are not ideal.
Exactly.
With the power of rolling, they're going to be able to survive 9 out of 10 situations on 18. But the question is, how many lines is it going to take them to survive?
And that's the way to get out of a problem if you're Myles, by getting a dirty Tetris halfway up the board. So about a 1 Tetris difference, 358, 399.
As of right now, we are 30 lines away from the level 19 transition. Speeds are going to increase by 50%. So you're going to see more rigidity with how they play. 18, it's a slow enough speed where it gives you the freedom to be a little bit creative, while 19, that little bit of a speed increase forces you to be more stagnant with your placements. 433 now for Myles, 448 for Alex T.
As our convention center staff comes behind our scene. Nicely done. Clip that, please. But speaking of taking out the trash, Alex is about to clean up his mess.
Beautiful segue, Bidwell.
Oh, I try too hard sometimes.
Speaking about trying hard, Myles is going to have to do a little bit to get out of this. It's not complicated, but definitely gives Alex T opportunity to take the lead.
See, if it was farther for transition, Alex might have set out for a dirty Tetris there, but takes the safety triple, knowing that the 19's coming up here in this next line clear.
Yeah, 5-10 for Myles here. Level 19 going to level 20 shortly following that Tetris. A 486 transition for Alex T. So pretty neck and neck on the transition. So it's going to come down to post 18 play. And that's what you love to see in these two
micro
players.
Adjustment at 19 like that from Alex. So aggressive.
You love to see when these players are evenly matched and it's going to force them to have to go to these faster speeds. And both players actually ran into a slight issue here on level 20. Myles is working on burning down. Alex T is actually going to go and set up for the slightly dirty Tetris.
Yeah. And we've seen players maintain their wells on that one stack, one row trash stack.
Yeah, right now, Myles, potential no, just going to burn out the left well. Alex T is still going for this row 2. Myles had hung a bar right there, and you can see a slight face of discomfort. But things are fine. Both players are knocking down Tetris. 604 for Alex T, 638 for Myles.
It's a good game one, Sharky.
It is for sure. Alex T having to do just a little bit of burning. And this left side's a little bit awkward to fill in. It's going to love an L piece. L piece is not coming, so Alex T just going to sacrifice
That's a
here.
Short for Alex, though.
Should be able to survive this, but this is opportunity that Myles needs to get his board under control as both players are actually operating off of row 2. There it
Bad
is.
type for a drought. Alex gets out of it.
Tetris over there for Alex T. Goes up to 648. Myles knocks down Tetris, and so did Alex T. Myles still with a slight advantage, but is also ahead in lines too. So we could actually still be neck and neck.
Yeah, runway-wise, it's about an even game.
This left side for Myles is giving him problems.
So good.
He needs an eyepiece. No, that eyepiece is perfect. Now Alex T is having to do some down stacking.
Needs a line now.
Oh, not going to set up for the dirty, though. Very smart. Able to burn down, but now it's down by 100,000 points as Myles goes into 26 with the lead. But we are closing in on 29.
Here we go.
The speed will increase again.
Doubles.
And you'll get to see the power of rolling that both of these players have spent, you could say, years to master.
Right.
Right now, Alex T just trying to master efficiency, getting out of this stack as Myles is doing nothing but increasing his lead. And there it is, finally,
Knocks
Tetris
it
for
down.
Alex T. 8-10 to now 8-54.
And Alex still playing one off the bottom. He's done this for about 5 levels now.
Yeah, we are closing on 29. Oh, that's
Oh,
perfect. The
wow.
slightly dirty Tetris into a
Perfect
well conversion
timing.
down at the bottom. Both players at 225 lines, 924 for Myles, 880 for Alex T. One more Tetris remains for Myles following that one. Not going to quite max. Oh, beautiful adjustment on the O. Myles goes to 29, 961, set up for the Tetris, but it's going to take a couple of burns, gets Tetris ready again. There's the Tetris for Alex T.
It's all 29 plays, Sharky.
Myles, hang over to the left-hand side, knocks down the Tetris, but now he's going to have to burn out. It's going to be a difficult burn, but
Alex,
those placements are nice.
Gets the Tetris. 101, 109.
Myles still trying to downstack out of this.
This is less than a Tetris difference.
He needs pieces
Alex
to go
is
flat.
open. Alex is open. Has to take the triple.
Myles, in the process of topping out, is going to top out at 820. Alex T needs 4,000 more points. And that line's going to do it. Game 1 goes to Alex T.
Four years ago, if that had happened live, the entire room would have lost their stuff. And this is a mild golf clap for dual 1 million games. But that was just game 1. They're swarming us up here.
Now we have it ready from Myles. Let's go ahead and get game number 2 counted down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris! Already some very different openers.
Kind of dig the right side starter.
Joe's Myles opener was a little bit more efficient.
Tied up.
So now players are just kind of restarting here. Of course, in that game, you can say that they were arguably neck and neck in terms of pace throughout majority of that. Myles was able to pull away towards the end as Alex T had a lot of burning on level 25 that he had to get through.
It never got out, out of control. It was only about 2 Tetrises at the most. The 2 traditional builds and pretty much perfect scores. 4 for 4, 5 for 5 for Alex. Myles has that 1 single burn.
It's going to probably take 2 more here.
Well, Alex 7 for 7. He's going fractal here.
Yeah, didn't Fractal get a 700K transition in the earlier round?
Amazing.
Which we're going to be seeing Fractal versus Scooty later on tonight. Meanwhile, Myles forced to go for a lot of creative tucks, and actually, because of his high execution rate, didn't lead to any burns in that moment. And that's one of the things that, as you get to grow as a player, one thing
Don't look now, Sharky. That's 10 in a row.
One of the things that's going to really elevate your play is your ability to capitalize on certain overhangs and tucks, and especially spins to increase your efficiency. But we have a flawless 40 over here for Alex T.
11. 1 Mino short, fills it in. Setting up for 12.
Nice adjustment for the square, too.
Oh, man, here we go. 13 in a row. This is so hard to do even on level 0. It's just amazing.
Yeah, very accurate placements and a lot of adjustments, too. Both players are going to knock down Tetris, and Myles is actually not too far behind.
No.
259 for Myles, but when your opponent is playing perfect and you're not, you're going to fall behind.
15 in a row now.
Ooh.
16.
Alex T is going to be looking for a T-piece. Yeah,
And
he's
that's
going to have to
gonna
commit to the burn.
Oh,
but look at
there
that.
we go.
A flawless 64 lines over there from Alex T.
Give him
That's
a round of
half
applause
of
for that.
18
Yep.
that he went flawless.
It's still about a 2.5 Tetris lead. It's not insurmountable as we saw the last game.
There it is. 330
little,
for Myles.
Misflip there on Alex, but we'll get that cleaned up.
He's going to slide underneath. Beautiful burn.
IQ 522.
And that's well over the transition that they're looking. Both players are looking to approach a 413. Make that 436 at level
Man,
at line 80.
I think Fractal's 700's in jeopardy from the previous round.
Alex T. Now he's burned just so little, and Myles only down by a Tetris and a half.
This is a dream seed.
So if anything, Myles has been more efficient over the last 20 lines because Alex T had to have burned at least 4, and Myles had closed the gap. 506 at 94 lines. What is this game from Alex T? Insane levels of efficiency, but hold on. Multiple JP dependencies formed on the stack, so Alex T is going to have to take some burns.
Still crazy. It's but look, we're basically tied, 10,000 point difference.
Yeah, Myles going to be forced to take some burns here. Ooh, untimely S's.
Finish this game.
I think game 3. If it doesn't conclude at game 3, then I think that's when we'll cut it to 4. Yeah. So if it doesn't conclude at game 3, then that's when we'll swap to 4 players. Because will now have 2 games left in the because I mean, if it ends this game. 6-11 right now for Alex T. 595 for Myles. Both players with 1 Tetris left on the board. No longer a 700K transition possible for Alex. But still powerful 636. Myles is going to follow that up with a 619. Down just by a Tetris. I like the delay burn that Myles is trying to set up here. Alex T, clean stack. Tetris ready. The Genesis poster boy looking to make a statement here. Myles now Tetris ready to score. There's a Tetris for Myles. Alex opens up the well and knocks one down.
He's increasing that lead now. It's up to 3 Tetrises. Knocks down a 4th.
741 for Alex T. 652 for Myles. Myles is going to answer back with one of his own. Goes up to 677. Myles has to set up a delay burn.
So good.
And just like that, Alex T is almost up by 100,000 points. Myles does get the well open, so cuts into that lead by a Tetris at least. Nice burn over there for Alex T. Looking for a couple more sets. A tuck over there for Myles. Now long bar dependent, is that's going to force him to do more burning because he has to play that conservative. His only other option is to, no, he's not going to even go for the dirty. Just going to burn out. And that's solidified a 100,000 point lead for Alex T.
But knowing what you can do post 29, that gives you that flexibility.
Yeah, but also post 29, you don't want to be put in too much of an uncomfortable position, especially a player like Alex T, who has the world record for lines cleared and score on double kill screen, which is, we are playing underneath that rule set. So Myles, knowing that, he wants to stay as close as possible. Because just because players can roll and can play on 29, chasing down a 100,000 point deficit is not something that's easy, no matter who you ask.
We're up over 100,000, but I think board state is key in 29.
Of course, this is Alex T has won the first game. We still have 3 more potentially after this.
There's 1 million points for Alex.
A max out in the 26. 866 now for Myles. And Alex T's just continuing to pour on the pressure. Myles is 3 Tetrises away from his own max out. There is another.
Wow.
Oh, Myles hangs, but gets the eyepiece over.
Just got it, man. Unfortunate.
That we should start calling that the wake-up pain because it gets the commentators to wake up. It's so easy.
There's 1 million points, so still a 100,000 point difference.
So easy to fall into a trance with the way that these players play. But we are going into level 29 soon. 852 now for Myles. B72 for Alex T. 2 Tetrises remain for both players, actually. There's one. There's the 1.2 for Alex T.
Wow.
CO7. Myles set up for the Tetris. Having to take a couple of skims. Trying to be disciplined. Alex T goes to 29 with C43. Myles with the 1.1. Holding out for the long bar. And there it is. Myles goes into 29 with a B63 down by 100,000 points. Both players now up to this varying speed.
Look at that tuck from Myles.
Myles is set up for the Tetris. Knocks it down. CO5 to now C66.
It's down to the 2 Tetrises.
But Alex T is set up for one of his own. Holding up the long bar. There's the Tetris for Alex T. D09, that's 1.3 million. But Myles answers back with one of his own. C50.
We love our letters.
Myles looking for that J piece.
Keeping that aggression up.
Both players going aggressive. Myles needs this long bar. Long bar is not coming, so now he has to burn. And a successful down stack is going to allow for a conversion of the Tetris. EO3 now for Alex T. DO4 for Myles. That's 1.3 million to 1.44 million.
Rollover possible.
Yeah, these games are crazy, but that's going to be a triple. Myles trying to get set up for the next Tetris. Taking his time, trying to skim. Alex T forced to throw those squares all the way over to the left.
Alex,
he's open for the Tetris.
One,
beautiful flat burns. Keeping the well open. Holding up the long bar. There it is. FO6. There's 1.5. We're looking at a potential rollover. Myles, hold on the hang on the
man.
left. He has to hit this 5-tap. This is crucial. If he
get
gets
it?
the eyepiece, no, he's actually going to take a couple of conservative burns. Nice flat burn
Got
with
it.
the L. Still trying to survive. Needs the eyepiece. Goes in the center. Great
wow.
down stacking
What
effort.
survival.
Left side still a concern. And he hangs.
Oh!
Myles tops out at D80. Alex T at
What?
1.535 takes game number 2.
Roll that over. Can you do it?
And there it is.
Oh, another.
One more. He's trying to close it out. See if we can see the 1.6. A couple more lines will do it.
99.
And there it is.
1.6 million. 2 hearts to 0.
I'm gonna grab some water.
Yep. Let's count them down. Genesis.
Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. What a game from
Man.
both players, but Alex T, that was the kind of thing. He held on to that 100-point lead all the way towards the end. And as a matter of fact, when he came to 29, a higher speed even increased it to, I believe we were looking at a 200,000-point lead, which even, Tetrises are worth more as you progress through the game. And that's still like 5 Tetrises you're going to have to score, and that's to try and tie, not to surpass him.
Right.
And with how aggressive he was playing and how precise mechanically he was, it was going to be a tough game for Myles.
He was in that groove. He was just knocking down every single Tetris that he came across. And, that's not always evident in those 29 speeds. So that's lethal combination. I wonder if this 18's messing up their flow, but sets up a Vitz.
I mean, I know Myles.
High score, by the
Myles
way.
has said before in an interview on the Peace Dependency podcast that he enjoys level 18 starts because it gives him a chance to kind of reset, calm down, especially when you have something high octane where you have a ton of pressure on you.
Right.
Because it's not like Myles was in a position to play 29 at a comfortable high, only go for Tetrises as they come. Alex T was forcing him out of his comfort zone, and now Myles has his back up against the wall. But as far as things go this game, Myles playing a bit more efficient than Alex T here in the moment.
There are a couple slight misdrops on Alex's side. He got him cleaned up, but Myles took advantage.
And so far, things are pretty stable. Alex T was able to close the gap by a Tetris. Myles going to reopen it up.
Lima, please report to Ultimate Top 64 Setup 6. Once again, Lima, please report to Ultimate Top 64 Setup
But so
6.
far, players are off to a pretty comfortable start. Myles, obviously not a perfect 64 like what we saw from Alex T in the previous game. There's another Vitz from Alex T. Dude's always a character, and he reflects that in the way that he stacks.
Isn't it crazy? I mentioned it before, but it's a weird that a basic game like this from 1989 can reflect somebody's personality the way they play it.
And right now, 253 for Myles, still holding on to a lead. But that's the thing with the caliber of players, not even just here, but in Gold in general. If you run into a dig, it could even be like a short, 12-line dig.
Yep.
All of a sudden, you're down by, 80,000, almost 100,000 points. Just because these players are just so efficient. I mean, the cutoff to make it into this tournament was over 900K.
Which, not too long ago, that would have got you in gold in Pasadena or in Portland, my wrong P city.
Myles, beautiful Z-spin. It's going to open up the well. 328 for Myles, 290 for Alex T.
I love it. It's just a rubber band. It's just that one Tetris difference.
Ooh, Myles with another hang. That could potentially be a window of opportunity for Alex T. Myles is going to go for the Tetris first.
Knock
Who's
it
actually
down.
setting up a lot of creative tugs. Nice spin right there.
So good.
And just like that, a situation that could have cost any other player several lines only took Myles 2 lines to burn out of that. And still holds on to the lead. But as of right now,
what is this stack in the middle for Myles?
this is a slowdown that Alex T was looking for, but he's also having to slow down himself. The well was open, so he can score. Tetris taking the lead temporarily, but Myles is going to take it right back.
And Myles with that crazy build in the middle solved that in 2 lines. Just amazing. The meme that rollers can't stack is completely false.
Yeah, that's tappers. But I mean, even, as far as, these players, they are masters of multiple play styles. Alex T does have a DAS max. Myles is one of the few players that has the trifecta of play styles for a 1.2. So has a 1.2 DAS, 1.2 tap, and obviously well over 1.2 of rolling.
I would hope so.
But just goes to show that, these players not only are versatile in their play style that they main right now, but also in the past. 540 for Myles, 503 for Alex T.
Fill in with a T. But the pressure's on Myles, so the way Alex plays, he doesn't have to go all out in this game 3. He has 3 chances at this apple.
Yeah. Oh, I like the adjustment from Alex T. Would hope for another eyepiece. There it is.
Nice.
And that's going to open up the well just in time for a Tetris. 2 Tetrises remain before we head into level 19. Once again, that speed increase. Players getting ready to lock in. Myles not getting the most favorable pieces, and that's actually an opportunity for Alex T because it's going to take Myles more than 4 lines to burn out of this. Alex T has closed the gap by Tetris. Nice adjustment to Myles holding out for this long
worst
bar.
Time for a drought.
Really untimely drought. Myles about to transition up at the top of the screen. Gets the well open and knocks down a Tetris, saving the game. 619 now for Myles, 578 for Alex T. And Myles hits the T-spin as well.
Way up the board right after transition. Great timing.
But the issue is, yes, it's great. He's able to survive. He's able to play longer. Alex T has just tied up the game. The lead, the advantage that Myles had going into that, what you wanted to help try and turn things back in your favor, Alex T effectively took that time you used to survive and neutralized it.
Yes, we are tied basically. Although also Myles up another level.
Yeah,
so,
Alex T also ahead in pace. With that being said, Alex T clean board. Myles still trying to get the board under control. 689 for Alex T. Long bar dependency was created. Both players actually running into a slowdown.
Yeah. Parity is dissolving on both boards.
Alex T would love a J piece. J piece wasn't found soon enough. Now looking for an I piece. Wait a second. Alex T is setting up dirty. There it is. Dirty Tetris for Alex T.
That's the way you solve your problems. It's 707, 723, less than a Tetris difference.
Yeah, now Alex T opens up the well. Wasn't quite Tetris ready, but now Myles is back to scoring. But so is Alex T. And the line discrepancy has effectively kind of resolved itself. So these are true tie games almost.
This is so fun.
786 now for Alex T. The well is primed for Tetrises for both players. There's one for Alex and there's one for Myles.
It's a coin flip.
Myles looking for that L piece.
That L that deals with a square
converted out of that particular L piece dependency. Still not in position to score. 877 now for Alex T. 806 for Myles. Remember, Alex T is on match point. Myles has to win this to keep his tournament life alive for at least another game.
Great adjustment from Alex.
There's a Tetris for Myles. 844 going into 26.
It's grown to 3 Tetris, back to 2 Tetrises, Sharky.
Another Tetris for Alex. Still putting the pressure on Myles. Myles really locked in. He's been doing his best to stay efficient with the Tetrises. There's another one for Alex. One more would bring us into the max out. There's another one for Myles. 979. There's the max for Alex T. 814 to now 946. Alex T is long bar dependent though. There's a chance for Myles. A small one, but it's going to help him close the gap, leading into 29.
That's not Tetris right. It's Amino short.
818 to now 823. 5,000 points is what separates us, and Alex T is still trying to burn this out. Wait, that's the dirty Tetris setup. That is the dirty Tetris setup, but there's no long bar. Where's the bar? Myles already goes to 29.
Nails the Tetris. Takes the lead with that.
Alex T. Oh my gosh, he's going aggressive. Takes the triple, hits the T-piece all the way over to the right, opens up the left-hand side, and
It's only 20,000 point difference. Triple for Myles.
Alexi able to bring the stack into a much more survivable position. Myles has taken the lead. The hang.
the left,
Alexi
guys,
gets the left tap. Nicely done.
Can he open that well up?
Well is open. Now Alexi getting
It's
set
a
up for the
20
Tetris.
Myles.
With this Tetris that will give him the lead. Holding up the long bar. Where's the bar? There it is.
Got
Tetris
it.
for
Takes the
Alexi.
lead.
B14 to now
$10,000
B01. Both players with 1.1 million now.
Left.
Alexi, beautiful, well built up into a Tetris.
Nice.
B64 now.
Myles.
Down. Wait, is Myles going to go for a center? No, he's going to burn it out. One Tetris is all that separates them. That's a triple for Alexi, not
Alex
a
set up
Tetris.
again.
Alexi really trying to build this up.
He's
oh,
ready.
there
He's
it
ready.
is.
Guys,
Tetris
it's down
for
now.
Alexi, C22.
Pressure
1.2
continues
million.
to mount.
Alexi, in 29 alone, has built up a 100,000 point lead. He's on match point. Myles has to do something, and he's ready to do something.
He
There's the
gets
Tetris
one.
for Myles. B93 to now C67.
We're
Alexi,
halfway
long bar
through.
dependent, opens up the well. Needs the long bar though. He needs the
column
long
two.
bar. Where's
Got
the bar? Where's the bar for Alexi?
Alex!
He needs it. There it is.
Oh, he's still on
D12.
his board.
But how can he
Myles is
survive
clean.
this?
He can come back.
Oh, there's a 5 tap. No way Alexi survives this. Oh, but hold on, a misdraw.
Myles.
Alexi,
Myles is
beautiful
ready.
way to open up the well. Myles is set up. Alexi, can he get anything over to the left? No, he cannot.
D25. D26 for Myles.
Myles
He
needs
needs 2 Tetrises.
2 Tetrises, and he's running out of time.
We're level 36. 3 levels.
There's one,
There's one. Oh, wait, 3,000 points. He can line it out.
and no, not. He needs one more line, and there it is. Myles
Got
stays
it.
alive.
What a game. What a survival.
In 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Reigning Tetris champion. Going up in winners finals right now. Or winners semifinals. If you want to check out Blue Scooty
So
versus Fractal, please go to the Tetris area.
up top, Myles, what a way to really clutch that out. Alex T made a very huge effort trying to survive for as long as he did. But that just goes to show, you know, anything can happen on 29, a speed that fast.
Those little tiny micro mistakes just fester instantly, and it's a game over. That level 39 did come into play, though. The players have had to change their game to play aggressively on 29.
Yeah, and of course, at the bottom, we have the first ever Game Crasher, Blue Scooty, with the second ever Game Crasher, Fractal. So battle of the Game Crashers down at the bottom. And this is just the semis. This isn't even a finals matchup.
Yeah, everything.
That being said, up top 96K for Alex T, 117 for Myles, down at the bottom 136 for Fractal, 70 or now 100 for Blue Scooty.
Currently standing in the aisles or sitting in front of the seats. We need you to find a seat.
What a way. I mean, players are definitely showing out here today. I actually think in Genesis for this event, I don't think there was a single tapper that made gold bracket. I think it was a mix between Daz, Rollers, and then Hana, who is a Daz Roll hybrid.
Very interesting. I was very impressed by Hana. I hadn't seen him before. Live debut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
And he said he's only been learning rolling for a couple of months, too. So,
Watch out in Pasadena.
Yeah, Genesis has brought all the kind of players out of the woodworks.
And we're getting more and more of a crowd here as they're announcing over the loudspeaker about what's going on here. So, exciting semifinals and finals coming up.
Yeah. Right now, 214 for Myles, 196 for Alex T. Alex T still on match point, trying to get that final spot. Down at the bottom, 276 for Fractal and 228 for Scooty. And Fractal, once again, this looks like another efficient game. It's not perfect like what we saw, but still, anytime you can have 300 before 60 lines, that's the 650K transition pace.
Well, that efficient, gone out the window, Fractal. Just quit. 4 burns before transition. Come on, man. But 326, 296 at the bottom. But I don't know which one to watch. There's too much going on. It is more Tetris than I can handle. But if you lose a game like that, like Alex T in that game 3, what does that do to your concentration for? You have to regroup yourself.
Yeah, you just have to reset. You have to take each game. I mean, that's why 18 is there, a chance for you to, kind of calm your nerves. You're just playing at the second fastest speed, since we have, the super kill screen at 39. You're just playing at the fastest speed. You need a chance to, kind of calm down, maybe have your heart rate, kind of lower. And that's what 18 provides. It's also a chance for you to mentally reset. It's like, okay, I know what I did wrong that game. Let me take this game and try and close it out. Because the last thing that you want is to give your opponent momentum.
And certainly Myles has that at the moment. He is up 389, 369. But as we've seen this entire match, that's going to keep flip-flopping back and forth all the way to the end. And Scooty chatting with Fractal. That's what I love, when the players just go chat with one another.
Right now, 435 for Myles, 416 for Alex T. 30 lines away from level 19 transition. Speeds will kick up by 50%. And fun fact, Blue Scooty has said before that he actually likes the faster speeds as opposed to 18.
I can see that. If it make you have to think an extra second, sometimes you second guess yourself. That makes sense. You want to be forced to just make your single decision and go all in on it.
And that kind of reminds me with like a lot of players, especially, players like Dog that come to mind. It's like once they hit 19, they just feel like they just get better.
It becomes more instinct at that point, for sure. But I mean, Fractal going to be over 600,000 before 19 again. Ho-hum.
Oh, beautiful. That is my favorite adjustment that Fractal did right there. The L overhang to accommodate for the J.
That was my least favorite adjustment we just did there.
Looks like he's going to have to take 2 more burns. Scooty transitions at 582. Up top, Alex T. Not the best of boards, especially right before transition.
Is he going to set up dirty? No, he's going to get triple.
One more line to open up the well, and then hopefully an eyepiece to score the Tetris as Myles transitions at 560. Once again with the advantage,
wow,
Alex T transitions up high. Needs the eyepiece. Needs it now.
Oh, he has nowhere to burn.
Eyepiece comes at the very last second. But this is not an easy board to down stack. He's looking for an L or a J.
Oh,
that hang of the T-piece over there to the left-hand side could prove to be problematic. He's going to try and get the hole open. The well is open to the right. Nicely done. One more. And now Alex T can focus on down stacking. 581 for Alex T. 595 for Myles. Down at the bottom, 640 for Scooty. 730 for Fractal here at level 20. Is going to add a Tetris too. And Alex T still not out of this either.
But the lead he's in the lead somehow, Sharky.
Yeah, just being able to score those Tetrises.
A dirty Tetris.
In the midst of down stacking.
That's the difference.
But now it looks like Alex T is definitely going to have to spend more time burning. Meanwhile, Myles going to be able to...
Setting up another one.
Oh. So now, beautiful flat burn. And there it is. Tetris for Alex T. Down at the bottom, 818 to 729. This is level 22. We're looking at 1.2 paces down at the bottom. Well, 1.2 for Fractal. Scooty looking at a mid to high 1.1. And then, of course, there's still 29 to be played. Our highest score that we've seen today, I believe, has been that 1.6 from Alex T. So we could see higher. These players are definitely pushing each other to that point. Alex T set up for a column 4.
Wow, this
column
is
4,
so
dirty
much
Tetris
fun
over there.
For Alex, he's maintaining despite all of this trash burning at the top.
Oh, he's going for another one. He had an opportunity to burn out, but decided not to take it. There's the column 4, another one. 741 and now 802 down at the bottom.
And he does it again. He had the opportunity to clean up, and it's like, nope.
Down at the bottom, 916 for Fractal, having to do a couple of burns. Scooty at 881, only down by a Tetris at this point.
Fractal knocks it down. Oh, no, he had to go another piece. There it is.
There's the Tetris for Fractal, 949. Alex T still up top. I swear, this dude has not been clean all game, but he's finding a way to make it work. Almost down by 100,000 points. There's another dirty for Alex T. Oh, beautiful T-flat burn. Still set up for this column 3. There's another one. Is he going to go for it? And he goes for a third one. 852. Alex T takes the lead with that Tetris. Down at the bottom, 991 to now 992. A 1,000-point game down at the bottom. The battle of your game crashers is intense.
Holy. There's too much going on.
Myles at 919.
That's a one
still
difference.
with the lead. One Tetris ahead.
Double kill screen at the bottom. Double
Double kill screen is coming at the bottom. But now Fractal's running into trouble. And with that Tetris, Scooty takes the lead. A64, there's another Tetris, A99. One Tetris available for Scooty.
Fractal's got to get down. He can't play 29 up there.
I mean, have you seen Fractal practice floor?
I have.
That is something that he's capable of doing, and especially when it's the race to 10 million. There's the 29 transition beat, 2039 for Blue Scooty. Alex at 984 has taken the lead over Myles. Myles trying to get set up for one last one. Knocks down the Tetris, goes up to 979 at transition. This is Myles' last stand. He's down in points, but Alex T's board is going to disarray.
So much to look at, Sharky. I don't know where to start.
There's the max out for Myles. A20. Down at the bottom, Fractal's in trouble. He needs help, and he needs it now. He needs to find ways to burn out. And those hangs are going to top him out. Scooty with the 1.2 takes game number 1. But up top, A15 and now A33. This is Myles' game. He has to make a stand. He's currently in the lead. Oh, Myles going aggressive. Sending more Tetris over there from Myles. A73 to now A59. But
Alex is playing 29 cleaner than 19.
Both players off to a clean start here on level 32.
Couldn't get the tuck, but Alex is still open for a Tetris. Is he going to sell his board out for it?
No, he's still waiting patiently. Nice discipline burns. Tetris for Alex T. B47, that's 1.147. Myles system for the S flat. Beautiful delay burn. Opens up the well. Alex T running into some trouble. He does have the lead. Myles looking for the long bar. Finds it. Able to knock down a Tetris. B71, and he knocks down another one. C12, that's 1.2.
Oh, but Alex is going to get clean.
Alex has brought the board down to the bottom. We have 5 levels remaining before we get into the next speed, where it's impossible for these players to play. Alex T might be able to find some lines, but he needs to find a Tetris here and now. He's down. He's waiting for the long bar. Where's the long bar? He's waiting patiently. It's not coming. Oh, there it is. Just barely gets it over.
Sell his board. Both players have sold out.
If he could survive just a little bit more, maybe there's a chance. C19 to now C30. He needs to squeeze out a couple more lines. C24. There's a chance. Oh my gosh! C27. 2 more lines. 1 more line. There it is. What a clutch! All the way at the top of the board. Alex C advances to your finals.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, bro. Like I knew Alex was good at surviving up high, but I thought it was better. But I mean, he held out way too long. He should have lost a long time ago.
Well, there's losses that happen when you perform badly, and you can feel bad about it, but that is not a loss to be ashamed of. You played so well, getting to kill screen, all those kill screen Tetrises. For those out there who don't know what it takes to play on that speed, how difficult is it to get Tetrises on level 29?
Basically, you're in danger of dying every single time. It's a gamble every time, but you have to do it or else you're going to lose. It's scary every time.
Hello everyone, I'm your underwater host Sharky, and I want to say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the match, then make sure to leave a like. Comment down what your favorite moment was. And if it's not Alex T Game 4, then I don't know, man. But in all seriousness though, and of course subscribe if you're new around here with notifications so you never miss out on another upload. CTWC 2024 is right around the corner. There's also a bunch of special announcements that are going to be planned, so definitely want to stay tuned. But with that being said, we're going to get into a little bit of talking about the lore because unfortunately Game 1 between Fractal and Scooty did start simultaneously at the time of Game 4 between Myles and Alex T. And so that was because of time constraints that we had at the Genesis event. At the end of the day, it was still, a great match. I mean, Myles versus Alex T, absolute banger. A couple quick things before, I say goodbye to y'all. Genesis jersey available until May 5th. Link is in the description. This weekend, Friendlies Reckoning, Sharky versus Harry, Dallas Underground, Dog Myles, Andy, and Sodium. And then after Dallas Underground that night, Jeff versus Green Tea. It's a star-studded matchup of almost all play styles. Tappers don't have representation in this the lineup that I just said, but they do have representation in the overall lineup. So definitely would want to check it out. It's going to be a phenomenal weekend for Tetris. But yeah, that's going to do it for this quick little outro. Not going to keep y'all hostage for too long. But yeah, that's going to do it. I'm your underwater host Sharky, and I'll see you here in the next video uploaded here on CTWC.